Yo, yo, yo. All right, cool. Check, check. Do sound, and I'm pretty sure we're live. Yo, yo, yo. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Manga After Dark. If you're here and I'm here, then Pirate Hour is a. I thought TCBScans was dead. I heard the word on the street. They said TCBScans was no more. But when I woke up today, One Piece was here. So I don't know how. It was Easter Sunday. After 3 days, Jesus has arisen. After one day, TCBScans came back. Shout out to the great TCBScans. So I hope y'all doing well. If you're in school, hope school's going well. If you're doing work, hope work's going well. Hope everyone's families are going well. Hope everyone's healthy. I hope everyone's in a great mental place, great physical place, because One Piece is out. So without further ado, let's dive into chapter 1109 of One Piece. Because chapter 1108 ended hot. Luffy grabbing Kizaru, grabbing Garcia Saturn, causing Kizaru to bleed. Like, that was one hell of a cliffhanger to end the chapter on. So I have no idea what Oda is going to do to top of this chapter. I don't know if Kizaru is going to, like, go awakening. Is Garcia Saturn going to speak? Because he hasn't spoken since he went into his giant form. So is Garcia Saturn going to, like, finally start issuing dialogue? What's going to happen to the Buster Call? Because the giants are a force. Like, this is, like, it's crazy. Egghead has been a crazy arc. So Oda's been he's been on one for the past dozens of chapters. Egghead's been heat. So let me stop teasing y'all. Let me just dive in to chapter 1109 of One Piece, Termination. All right, that's a heavy title, Termination. Oh, okay. Cover story 26, a submerged Onigashima. Is that what happened to Onigashima after the end of Wano? It got dropped in water? Interesting. A message to the world. Stella, is this wise? Za. So this is Labo Stratum. Even if you set this broadcast to start suddenly, it may not work. What do you mean, Shaka? So this is Vegapunk talking to Shaka. We're counting too much on people being ready to receive and relay this. You know how it is with information. Agencies always spread the news all around the world by the next day. You think so? But what if someone intercepts or senses our message? What the? Where is this broadcast coming from? So this is the Marines on the ship. It's coming from every ship's transponder stale. You're right. Any suggestions? To the Marines. Cut the connection! Then Vegapunk is continuing talking to Shaka. We could piggyback off of the Navy's comms traffic. The Marines respond. That's the thing. We can't. Vegapunk and Shaka continues. That would allow us to force a worldwide constant broadcast with our signal at maximum strength. So they're using the Navy's comms traffic system to broadcast to the world. So they're using the Navy's own weapons behind their own technology behind them that Vegapunk probably helped create, if we're all being honest here. So Vegapunk and Shaka continuing their conversation. I see. That'll make it possible for anyone with a transponder stale to receive our initial voice message. Luffy looks over to the side, as he's looking over. But they'll still need a while to prepare their visual transponder stale. The time to set that up will vary from place to place. Let's take an interval of 1 hour. And then Garcia Saturn. So he's thinking. So he can think. So Garcia Saturn, what What are you planning to say, Vegapunk? Then we got Usopp, Nami, Chopper, and Edison. So Usopp is listening in. Then Nami, that's Vegapunk, right? Chopper, where is it coming from? Why now? Then Vegapunk and Shaka continues. An hour? That's too long. Don't you realize what will happen in that time? There are people who won't be pleased when we start this broadcast. They may find a way to terminate it before we finish. So we got the Giants. They're attacking the Marines, and the Marines are shooting their cannons, and it's doing nothing to the Giants. Ah, fair point. In that case, let's set the preparation interval. So is this going to be like the time limit? This is the planet Namek is going to blow up in X amount of time. Part of the arc where maybe the goal is to protect Punk Records until he gets the message out. Maybe that's going to be the mission because the Straw Hats have an overwhelming force here. They don't have to evacuate. If they don't want to leave, they don't have to leave. Luffy by himself is solo dolo good enough to, I mean, not solo dolo good enough, but Luffy as an individual fighting force is a menace. Like again, as 1108 ended, he was palming Garcia Saturn's face while crushing Kizaru, an actual admiral. So it's like Luffy is that dude. So they don't have to retreat. So they could give a gimmick like someone protect Punk Record for 10 minutes and then I'll get what I have to say, and then that's gonna be what's gonna happen. Garcia Saturn and Kizaru is gonna attack Punk Records, and Luffy and the Straw Hats are gonna have to stop them from getting to Punk Records, and that's how we're gonna get a conclusion to like Zoro and Lucci, because Lucci's gonna continue his assault. So maybe that's where the direction we're gonna go. Because this is a pretty interesting. The fact that they're adding a time component to this is pretty interesting, or at least they're alluding to the fact that they're going to add a time component to this is pretty interesting. I'm liking where Oda's going with this. So let me get back to the chapter. Fair points. In that case, let's set the preparation interval to ooh ah. So this is the Marines crying as the Giants are wrecking house. 10 minutes. So we got Sanji's holding Vegapunk. Vegapunk, that's your voice, right? This is Sanji. Hey! Then Vegapunk is dead. His eyes are shaded over. So then this is the message continuing. People of the world. Garcia Saturn still looking on menacingly. The Holy Land, so you're doing a scene transition. The Holy Land merry joys. What is this transmission? What is the meaning of this? Saturn, have you dealt with Vegapunk? Oh, it's the rest of the girls say. Oh, they must be pissed. Kizaru delivered a killing blow. I saw it myself. How's he talking to them? Wait. Whoa. Is he talking to them right now? Wait a minute. How is he doing this? What? It's like they're talking right. Saturn, have you dealt with Vegapunk? Kizaru delivered a killing blow. I saw it myself. They're reacting to this. This is a real time communication somehow. What? This is crazy. Kizaru delivered a killing blow. I saw it myself. Then Mars, he should be dead. Could he have set up a dead man switch so that this message would play upon his death? Play upon the death of his main body. That seems likely. We have no way of knowing what he will say. Then Top Man, if we can just pinpoint the source of this broadcast, then Jupiter, the only location that seems plausible is the Labostratum on Egghead, but it's currently protected by the barrier of his. What should we? So this is the Vegapunk continues. What should we do for the remaining 9.5 minutes? We could get inventing. There's so much to do. How about some coffee? Then another Vegapunk shows up. Tres Rosa, New World. Did you hear that? This is Dr. Vegapunk we're talking about. Is he trying to tell the entire world something? It must be a big deal. Get a visual transponder snail out here. Put up a screen. Hurry, we only got 10 minutes. Let's go. This is gonna go nuts. So we got that's Scarlet. Whatever her name is. The wise man Luffy Land kidnapped. So these are the Tontadas. What's happening? Don't tell me you guys trusted another bad article about Lucy. So Vegapunk continues. I could also calculate the probability of interference happening. To Kiros, we've got to get the video ready. Is that Vegapunk? Fuchsia Village, East Blue. What's this all about? I thought it was just going to be more news bad mouthing Luffy. A visual transponder snail? If only the village had one. How about it, Mayor? Then the mayor, who's going to pay for that? Raising it wouldn't be free, you know. Isn't having audio enough? Ugh. Alright, that's a little interesting side lore that those transponder snails, they have to take care of them. I mean, we know that they're living animals, they're snails, but I guess the video ones maybe are the bigger ones. So I guess it's like they don't have enough food, the money to get the food to get a snail to get to that size. That's what I'm guessing. Water 7, Grand Line. Wake up. This can't be good. So we got Iceberg. Yawn. Alice, prepare the screen message. Her name is pronounced Alich. Yes, Mr. President. It's already playing in the room next door. Screens for each dock are also being prepared. It's nighttime, but considering the importance of this event, a summons have been issued notifying all citizens to be at the screen without 10 minutes. Is there anything else? Iceberg's secretary, Alice. It's an adorable little girl. World Economic Journal. What's this feed? It's being relayed through Navy frequencies, but it's unencrypted. Then Vivi. Where are Luffy-san and the others? Don't be a ditz. Look at the clock in the background. This isn't current time at Egghead. This must have been pre-recorded. So this is Morgan's, Wapple, Vivi. Oh, by the way, so in the SBS, Oda revealed that this is Morgan's hybrid Zoan form. But I swore he said something. He confirmed that this was a devil fruit already. Because people are debating, the question with the SBS is like, is Morgan's like a mink or what? Like, what's the deal? But I could have swore Oda said that he ate a devil fruit, or maybe like is one of those things where some of us assumed that when Oda said he ate a devil fruit, that the form we see is the result of the devil fruit, versus he has some ability we haven't seen yet. So I don't know, because I could have sworn we were told that he was a devil fruit user prior to the SBS confirming he ate a zone devil fruit in the form we see as his hybrid form. So I always just assumed that was the case, because I could have sworn Oda said he was a devil fruit user, but confirmed that this is Morgan's hybrid form. So I was watching King of Lightning's reactions to SBS, and he brought up the fact that it's possible that Morgan's is someone we actually know. I'm pretty sure it was King of Lightning's. It might have been Brago's reaction. Can't remember. But they brought up the fact that Morgan's might be someone we've known in the story, but because we see Morgan's in his zone form, we would never realize that that's Morgan. So it's very possible we know what Morgan's human form looks like. That would be actually pretty dope. If, like, at some point he goes into his base human form and it's a character we all know. That would be absolutely dope. But yeah, so I just found that was interesting that Oda gave clarification on that. So Morgan, this must have been pre-recorded. After all, the Buster Call is bound to have reduced the island to a sea of flames by now. West Blue, so look at the monitor. It's Dr. Vegapunk in the flesh. I heard his mind was a cut above the rest, but this isn't what I expected. North Blue, I think this is Vegapunk's home island. The man who lit up the world. Or maybe it's not his home island, it's just a place in the North Blue. South Blue, they're looking on. He's going through all this trouble. What does he want the world to know? It might be the invention of the century or something. Oh, Vegapunk. Oh, Emu's gonna have all of y'all cleansed. All of y'all must go. This dawn of the great cleansing is upon us. That might be the title of the reaction. The dawn of the great cleansing. Because Emu is gonna purge all of y'all. All y'all gotta go. Once Vegapunk starts spilling the beans, Emu's like, yep, that island, that island, that island, that island, that island. Emu's gonna like start picking them up, gone, 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 gone. Like pow, 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 pow. He's gonna be using the mother flame, just pew, 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 pew. Emu's gonna go nuts. Kamabaka Queendom. So you got all the revolutionaries. It'll take 10 minutes to brew the coffee. This is tea, by the way. I won't get a sip in me. I see. The probability of interference in this time frame is exceedingly low. So this is Ivankov. By the way, the picture of Ivankov with the Azure Dragon Fruit is pretty dope. I'm glad Oda put that out there. Ivankov, what is Vegapunk up to now? More importantly, has he lost his head? So we got Koala. So that's Dr. Vegapunk everyone's always talking about. He's quite the man to do this in the middle of a crisis, said Morley. So this is Dragon thinking back to the discussion. He's thinking to Shaka. I think I'll be dead soon. When did this conversation happen between Dragon? So are they saying that this conversation happened between Dragon and Shaka? Or is interesting. Hey, Kalki, what's going on? Hope everything's been going well. This chapter 1109 has been gas so far. So is this a conversation between Dragon and Shaka, or is this just like a conversation that Dragon had with the real Vega with Stella Body? This is interesting. So I'll think I'll be dead soon, and Dragon's thinking they're going back to Egghead. So we got Luffy. Looks like my punches don't damage you. And then Garcia Saturn's eyes are just menacing. So who's he talking to? So is he saying that his punches don't damage Garcia Saturn? I mean, we've seen it damage Kizaru, so we know he's talking to Garcia Saturn. Kizaru's eyes light up. Oh! Kizaru can shoot laser beams out of his eyes. Hey, yo! The Piku Piku no Mi user. Goat Zaru. This is pretty dope. So as Kizaru's shooting lasers with his eyes, Garcia Saturn is using one of his tentacles, his legs to shoot to pierce Luffy. And Luffy's still palming Garcia Saturn's face, and he's holding Kizaru. I'm not letting you two run off. Not till I'm sure my friends have escaped. Gum gum. Luffy, this is gonna be murder. So Luffy has both Kizaru and Garcia Saturn. He's stretching his arms all the way back like this. He's gonna like smash them together. This is crazy. What is Luffy doing? Gum gum. Booming dawn. And he's struggling. How big is his hand? His hand is cuffing the entire back of Garcia Saturn, and he's engulfing all of Kizaru. Booming dawn symbol. This is murder. This is fucking murder. Booming Dawn symbol. Kizaru and Garcia Saturn. Meeting of the minds, and this is like blood splatter. There's nothing that else. There's nothing that can be but blood splatter. What? And there's like a giant shockwave when Luffy claps. Like first he made like a giant loop with his arms, like so he's like looped out like this. Like he kind of is like this, and there's a giant shockwave from his hands, and his building's being knocked away. Garcia and Kizaru are flat. And Luffy's like picking them up and he's twirling them. So Garcia, Saturn, and Kizaru both got stars circling over their head, and Luffy's like twirling them like they're pizza dough. Hey yo. Top 3 in the verse. Top 2. Hey, Blackbeard needs help. The anime needs to gas Blackbeard up because this version of Luffy is dog walking whoever he's facing. He's twirling an Admiral and a Gorosei like they're freaking pizza dough. So Garcia said, ooh ah, Kizaru, nah. Since you keep getting better no matter what, I'll send you flying for good. And he tosses both Kizaru and Garcia Saturn. Toss. And he sent them both flying. And then the Marines, they're looking up. He threw something, and they're looking up. The Marines, He sent them crashing into their ship, and there's a massive explosion. Ooh-ah! Yeah! Luffy, yeah! Shift, and then another one of them is still flying. Garcia Saturn came back. Garcia Saturn came back. Luffy, huh? What's it gonna take to keep you down? As Luffy's blowing up steam. So does this confirm Gorosei durability above Admiral durability? Or is this just the fact of like, since Garcia Saturn is legit immortal, no damage can actually take him down. So I'm curious to see how we're supposed to how Oda wants us to contextualize this. Is it Garcia Saturn's just a tough, base, durable fighter, similar to like Big Mom Kaido, or is it his immortality is just constantly regenning him to the point where he can literally keep fighting? This is interesting because Luffy's getting frustrated. Luffy's legit trying to put Garcia Saturn down. It's not like this is Luffy playing around like this is like he's toying around with Rob Lucci. No. Luffy's trying. He's actually trying. He's getting frustrated. What's it gonna take to keep you down? As he's blowing steam out of his nose. So we're back to the ship. Kizaru-san, what in the world happened? Are you alright? Admiral! Kizaru's on the ground. Kizaru on the ground. Why? I'm getting too old for this. Kizaru, huff. Huff. Then Garcia Saturn is still spinning, heading towards Luffy. There's no so this is the rest of the Gorosei talking to Saturn. There's no time, Saturn. We cannot allow Vegapunk to speak freely. So he's like shooting his tendrils at Luffy, and Luffy's dodging. That's close. Whoa! So these are some giants. There it is. This is our ship. I hope Vegapunk and the others are all. I hope Vegapunk and the others are all right. So this is Garcia Saturn. I shall perform the summoning. What's going to happen in this chapter? And then the rest of the girls say, very well. Zap, zap, zap. A giant black bolt of lightning appears. The Marines, what the? Black lightning? Did he summon the rest of the Gorosei? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's four black lightning pillars emitting from the ground. Circles everywhere. Garcia Saturn in the center. Everyone's shocked. Luffy, eyes bugging out. What's going on? Sanji's looking back. The hell? It's just like that spider geezer appeared. The planets are aligning. Oda. That was a bar. Oda! They're here. They're actually here. So to the people that thought the world government, kudos to the people that always didn't think the world government were final villain type people. I could have swore they were going to make it to the final war. Because this ain't the final war. I'm pretty certain this ain't the final war. But kudos to all the people that thought the Gorosei and the world government were going to get out of here before we deal with the pirate stuff. Wow. So, wait, how are these matchups going to happen? So, if this is all 5 Gorosei showing up, we just have the Straw Hats, we have the Giant. So this will be a we gotta run away type stuff then. So maybe all of Vegapunk's message doesn't go out. Maybe that's what's going to be the issue here. That only some of Vegapunk's message gets relayed. Because I don't know if Oda's going to have the Straw Hats beat the Gorosei. That's kind of crazy. All 5 falling in this arc. Because unless the people that think that the Gorosei are some type of like astral projection clone type deals where you could manifest them. So like this is not going to be the final fight. That's too Naruto-y for me for One Piece in my opinion. So I think if these are the Gorosei, this is going to be the genuine 5 Gorosei showing up. They're all going to use their devil fruits. So is Luffy going to legit go 1v5s on Madara type stuff? Is Luffy going to be on Madara time? Because that's crazy. Hey, yo! A reverse jumping. This is crazy. Oda. All 5 pulling up. Wow. Break next week. Damn. 10 out of 10. Easy 10 out of 10. Easy 10 out of 10. Easy 10 out of 10. Wow. So Oda is adding stakes to this. So it's not only is the Straw Hats going to have to survive, they're going to have to protect Egghead for the duration, so the message should get out. So they're going to have to at least protect Egghead for 10 minutes. That's going to be the time limit. 10 minutes to protect it. I'm not sure if it's going to be 10 minutes and then they have to protect it for the rest of the message to finish. Or if it's like, once the 10 minutes happens, the message will just relay no matter what. So I think we need some little bit more clarifications on the parameters of the battle, which we're going to get. This is the setting up of the climax of Egghead. So we're going to get the parameters of the battle soon, which is going to be pretty dope. So I went from saying that the Straw Hats have an easy dub to okay, Luffy's struggling, but like, he's not though. That's the thing. Luffy's not struggling with Garcia Saturn. It's more of that Luffy has a stamina issue and he has to win fights and he's conscious of the fact that he has a time limit, so he's aware of that. So he's not struggling. But if you add four more people of Garcia Saturn's strength, then I think that's too much for Luffy. That he's getting jumped and he's getting beat down. I think that's too much. Um, so I'm confident with saying that Luffy can't beat all five Gorosei. Um, so I'm pretty. So the question is, can Luffy stall the five Gorosei? That's the true question, and I'll be interested in seeing if Oda allows Luffy to stall the five of them, because that would be crazy. And plus, I don't think Kizaru's down for the count either. I think Kizaru's gonna eventually get back up into the fight. Um, and Zoro's struggling with Rob Lucci, so Zoro, it doesn't make sense for Zoro to be able to help. It doesn't make sense for Sanji or Jinbei to be able to help. So it's gonna be the Giants. Are they gonna be the ones helping Luffy fight the Gorosei? Um, we didn't see what happened to the Blackbeard pirates. Did they already leave Egghead? Because they might not. They might still be lurking somewhere. They might use Caribou to kidnap one or multiple Gorosei. So that might be what's going to happen. Like, I can imagine that during the climax of the battle, Luffy's going to send Garcia Saturn flying somewhere. He's going to punch him and send him flying off screen somewhere. And then when the battle ends, we're going to see him limping back to the rest of the Marines and the other world government people. But it'd be actually Devon or some shit like that. And the real Garcia Saturn stuck in Caribou's void. So I could see something like that happening. Um, but yeah, this is crazy. Potentially all five pulling up is madness. And a new cover story. We get a new cover story about submerged Onigashima, whatever that entails. But let's bite down the chunks. So we got Vegapunk and Shaka discussing about how they're going to conduct this message. So they're giving everyone time to get their video transponder still, because there's a video component, not just the speaking component. Then Oda has us panning through all of the islands and the reaction of the Marines. So big thing is Garcia Saturn could talk to the other Gorosei telepathically. What? I'm pretty sure this isn't a function of a devil fruit. I'm pretty sure this is either hockey, this is some type of IMU given ability, or maybe these devil fruits are part of a set. If and all members of the set can talk to each other like this. So like I know like in anime, it made it look like Shanks was talking to Greenbow. Greenbow could like hear Shanks's message, or think about like how you could send sound through like radio waves or some shit like, or you could like send waves and the waves could be transferred into sound or translated into sound. Maybe it's that where it's like you're sending Conqueror hockey waves at people, and then they can uptake those waves, and those waves will be disseminated into a message. Maybe that's how this maybe this is how it's going to work. But the fact that they can all talk to each other, is it just a them ability, or is it like if your observation hockey, if you mix your observation hockey with Conqueror's hockey, you could talk to people telepathically type stuff? Like, is this advanced observation? Like, this is nuts. That they could talk to one another. Interesting. So he relates to them that Vegapunk is dead. He knows this. He tells them that he's dead. Then they acknowledge that this is a dead man switch, and is most likely coming from Egghead. They're smart. They're the Gorosei. But to think they would all pull up like this is very interesting. We get introduced to Iceberg's new secretary. Huh. So when so is Morgan's heading to Egghead? I'm curious about this. Because a lot of people think that Vivi's gonna get Kuma's fruit based off of the opening. So like, I could see them making their way to Egghead. I can see that happening. Um, but like I don't know, cause like will Luffy take in both Bonnie and Vivi on his ship? Like I don't. I think that's too many people. Or will Bonnie or will Vivi take Bonnie with her and go somewhere else? That might be a possibility. Um, cause yeah, cause maybe I mean yeah, the Revolutionary Army is probably the right place for any refugee running from the royal government. You should go to the Revolutionary Army, which is what Vivi qualifies. But yeah, I'm really curious to see how they're gonna address this, because like, we have no idea where Morgan's is heading to, and we just got the entire world just listening. They're setting everything up. People at the Revolutionary Armies getting their gear together, and I'm still interested in this dragon and Shaka. I think I'll be dead soon. Is that dragon talking? Who knows? But the Gum Gum Booming Dawn symbol is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. I wow. Good on Kizaru for not being auto KO'd, but he legit just smashed them together. Also, Kizaru being able to shoot lasers out of his eyes is pretty dope. Um, wow. So I wonder if Kizaru's. So I think Kizaru's gonna get up. I think he's not down for the count. Um, and Kizaru's durabilities, he has really good durability. Like Kizaru's been taking a beating from Gear 5 Luffy for a minute now, and he's not out for the count. So I imagine Kizaru's gonna get up. Maybe Kizaru's gonna be weak enough for Sanji to beat him, and that's gonna be what we're gonna see. Um, yeah, I'm not. So I'm curious to see how the fights are gonna break up in this arc. Um, is Lucci and Zoro really gonna be just fighting for the rest of this arc? That seems weird, especially with Jinbei on the way. Um, but like they should have Zoro fight someone, and we should see it. It shouldn't be like an off-screen conflict. Same thing with Sanji. Same thing with Jinbei. I mean, maybe this is not the arc for it, but since they're the all five girls are pulling up, I think we could have multi group battles. Like maybe groups of straw hats have to stall a member of the Gorosei. So maybe like Chopper, Frankie, Jinbei, Robin has to stall Mars, Zoro, Brook, Nami has to go to Venusjuru, something like that. Sanji, Lilith, Bonnie has to go fight Top Man. Maybe they do something like that. Cause I'm really interested to see because they're going to attack the Labrostratum. They're heading there, and that's where the Straw Hats are. So they're going to figure out a way to get through the barrier, and they're going to proceed to attack. So the Straw Hats will have to either evade the Gorosei or hold them off or clash with them. And since there's a 10-minute time limit, I'm guessing it's the Straw Hats stall for 10 minutes and then leave. I think that's going to be the mission. And that's how the Marines are going to get the island. They're probably going to get access to the Mother Flame. Maybe they get Atlas. The Marines are going to get the Royal Government's going to get something out of this. Since all of them are pulling up, I don't think Oda's going to have them all pull up just to lose. Like that would be crazy if they just lose this arc. That would be nuts. So they're going to get some type of W, and but I'm curious to see how they're going to frame this as well. Like, this is still going to be an Emperor W. Because I don't know how they're going to frame it other than the Straw Hats just wrecked this island, this government-sanctioned island, killed Vegapunk or whatever. It's still going to be a massive Emperor W. And Luffy's bounty is going to skyrocket. He has the giants underneath his wing. Yeah, his bounty's going to go nuts. But yeah, I'm gonna see how the world government's gonna frame this incident. Man, I guess if the message goes out, then they can't frame it. Vegapunk's gonna tell them the world government's on some fuck shit. They're all evil. Don't trust them. They're bad people. He's probably gonna show them some evidence. Like he has some details. We'll watch the footage, and then we're gonna see the effery of the world government. So that might be what happens, and this is just the end of the world government as we know it. Emu's going to say, "Hey, purge everyone. Let them all go. We're gonna start over from scratch." Who knows? But it's a pretty dope chapter. Let me know in the comments what you thought, what you think. What is your most impactful part of the chapter is for you? Is it all five girls they showing up? Is it the booming dawn symbol? Like this is like Luffy's flexing on them. They explained how this message is getting out, but I think the girls they could talk telepathically. I think the fact that I think all of them pulling up is by far the most impactful, and the fact that Garcia says, "I'm gonna do the summoning," so how is so does one of them have to be so like how one of the six paths of pain, one of the pains could summon of the other pains because they could summon this whatever. So is it like that type of thing where it's like, since I'm physically here, I could open up the portal to bring y'all with me type deal. Because I don't think they just could like teleport to wherever the hell they want to. But Garcia Saturn teleported to get to Egghead, and he wasn't physically there. So that's the question. Like, is there a distance? Like, because he was on a ship near Egghead, he was able to teleport there. I'm not certain how this works, but maybe they're going to explain how the summoning portals work. Maybe someone has to draw the summoning circle. So maybe there are Marines on shore that have access to the summoning circles or royal government agents. I don't know. I hope Oda explains how this works. Because this seemingly looks like magic. And I guess magic kind of exists in One Piece or some type of mysticism because there's still the Klabotamin. And that's like the spirit of a ship. So there is mysticism in One Piece. I just find it weird to just like outright have magic this close to the end of the story. So I hope they explain how these summoning circles work, whether it's a devil fruit ability, some type of Rokoshiki technique, or some weirdness. But this was a dope chapter. An easy 10 out of 10 from Oda. He's on a hot streak, just producing gas after gas after gas. But, well, make sure you like the stream, subscribe if you haven't, share it with your friend, run tell Ma that Manga After Dark is out here live streaming. We out here doing HBO specials, a Help a Brother Out special. So, make sure to like the video, subscribe. Have a great weekend. Peace out. Manga After Dark out.